Alright, it's Saturday, January 27th, 2024. Still working on the engine. Didn't get a chance to do last night. That's still be fine. Working on today, getting freeze plugs out of the block. And then we're going to be in these Rosso oil feed restrictors, because we're going to be running a solid lifter camshaft, and we don't need as much oil getting to the valve train top of the heads as we did previously. So that's what we're going to try and get done today. Here we go. Alright, so we got all of the freeze plugs out, accessible portions of the motor. Here on the front, we got this guy, that one out, and then the two on this side. Now there are two more, plus an oil galley plug. There's the oil galley plug right there, and a freeze plug there, and another one right down in there. But I'm gonna have to put this thing back on the engine hoist on the chain in order to get those out, because obviously engine stand is in the way. I don't think I'm going to go and remove these oil galley plugs unless I absolutely need to, because they're staked in there, and I mean, they're not that old. They're probably in pretty good condition. We'll see what we can see. I'm going to take the threaded ones out of the back so I can look down in there with a flashlight, and I might end up replacing these as well. I gotta knock all the cam bearings out. Gotta take this plate off, and the push rod for the fuel pump is still inside here, so I gotta take that off. Yeah, this is pretty much it. It's getting real close to being ready to go, and I think I'll knock out all of these cam bearings, these four, while it's on the stand. You can't knock that back, but well, actually you could, and it would knock that freeze plug out too. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out all the cam bearings real quick and take this off, get that out of there, and then we'll put it back on the hoist and take those other two freeze plugs out and the rear oil galley plugs. Then we're gonna put in oil restrictors. Here we go. Well, we got most of them out. I'm working on this back one here, and I got the freeze plug kicked out. Okay, that wasn't a big deal. Oil galley plug, sorry, not freeze plug. Or cam bearing, whatever. That thing, got it out. My tool's too long, and I'm hitting the engine stand. This is part of the tool. You have to tighten that up to get it to expand inside the cam bearing. So anyway, it's hitting this. We're just gonna have to take this off, put it on the engine hoist over here, to get the rest of that. That's not that big a deal. I just had to figure out where we want to grab onto it, but we'll figure that out. So here we go with that. So I'm not going to end up putting in the oil feed restrictors right now because I'm going to send this block to the machine shop to have it line board for the new caps. I think I'm going to have it blast and bake it, clean it all up while it's there, and if I put those restrictors in, they could catch extra blasting beads on the inside, and they could prevent it from getting all cleaned out on the inside. So I'm not going to put those in there for right now. Yeah. So I've got some ARP main studs over here. Let's see. Oh, those are my head studs. Boxes look the same. Here we go. ARP main studs. We're gonna put in. Washers, nuts. These are 6-point. Cool. Assembly lubricant, and then we have the studs themselves. They're pretty cool. So we're gonna put those in because we want it to be torqued. We want the caps to be torqued down to the right spec. And it probably doesn't really make a difference what fasteners, whether I send them with the stock fastener that came with the caps or with these in, but I want it to be done so that they're torqued down with the fasteners that are going to be run on the engine, so that it's as perfect as it's going to be, and it's exactly how it's going to be when the crankshaft is bolted in there. That way the line hone is as accurate as it possibly can be. So we're going to go ahead and thread these in there, get them all torqued down. I'm not going to put the lubricant on right now because we're not going to be leaving in this long term. It's just going to be like this, so it goes to the machine shop, and then when it comes back, it'll come apart. I'll take the studs back out, put the lubricant on, put them back in, and then we'll be good to go. So for right now, I'm just going to run them in there dry, and I think that's going to be just fine. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is going to be our final pass on the center bolts for all of them with the new ARP studs. According to the instructions, our final torquing is going to be to 80 foot-pounds. So here we go. All right. Now we just gotta snug all these up and then torque all the outer bolts on the 3 new main caps. Okay, so we got our outer bolts and inner bolts all torqued down on our main caps with our new ARP head studs. So that's looking great, and it's basically ready to go to the machine shop now. I am going to take this guy out right here. Yeah, it's just the adapter for the oil filter. So just take those 2 bolts out, pop him out, and then obviously take the motor mount bolts out, and then this little guy out here. I'm going to take pictures of of this to make sure I put that back in the correct way and where that bolt is so that I get that in the correct spot for mounting the power steering pump, reservoir pump. The bottom mounts on that bolt there, so I want to make sure that we get that put back where it needs to be. Other than that, everything is out. Cam bearings, freeze plugs, the stuff that needs to be in it when it goes to the machine shop is in it. Got those main caps in. Yeah, so that's what we've got with the motor. Just zip those bolts out quick. Won't even bother to videotape that. And then it'll be all set to go out to the machine shop. Yeah, so we'll see about that. I think I'm probably going to call that good for this video. I'm going to keep working today. I'm going to work on taking the tires off the front and then taking out the lower control arms so that I can do the motor mount bolts, because I don't really want to do it, so I should probably do it now before I start more of the stuff that I'm more willing to do, like work on the transmission or put in the new rear anti-roll bar, stuff like that. So this I wanted to do first thing, even though I really enjoy doing this. I want to do it because I need to get it off to the machine shop. So now I'm going to go to the next suckiest thing, which is going to be putting the new motor mounts in. It's going to be a lot bigger deal than I had anticipated. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. There you go.